Yo, what is going on, everybody? Episode 120 of many on the Grizzly Life podcast. If you're new to the podcast, go back and listen to episodes 1 through 4. That'll give you a good understanding of kind of what we've done and how we've gotten to where we are today. Kind of give you a little background story on Grizzly Fitness, Priority Fitness, and just kind of everything going on. And now to this point, the bar and restaurant called Grizzy's. So, my name's Colton Burt. I am your host. I don't really have a good intro for this podcast. It's something that I, working on or whatever. But I've got a couple things I want to talk to you guys about as I'm walking and talking here, trying to get some steps in, trying to stay healthy. I am recording this on Thursday. This is for our Tuesday episode, so happy Tuesday to everybody listening. I've been doing some self-reflecting over the last couple days as a leader, as an individual, and this is something that I encourage a lot of us to do. Before you go to bed at night, try to write down some things you could have done better and some things you did great, and I think this is a powerful tool for everybody to kind of understand what you're currently going through and how to work through things. And also, if you have any sleeping problems, or you have a problem turning your brain off at night or whatever, if you can sit there before you go to bed and just get some stuff down on paper, whether it's, again, a self-reflection of the day, notes for things you can't forget to do tomorrow. If you don't get that stuff out of your brain, usually your brain has a hard time turning off, and a lot of us want to sit on our phone and scroll until we get tired or whatever it may be. But self-reflection, I think, is a very important thing. And I don't think a lot of people, I think when I say it, or anybody else says it out there, I think we take it for granted. It's something that even I take for granted sometimes. I say doing a self-reflection at the end of the day is a good tool. It's something that I go in waves of. I find good habits, I stick with them, and then I fall off, and I kind of work on coming back to them. So, the last couple days, I've been doing some self-reflecting on myself as a leader and working with the team and communicating properly with the team. And I know there's things that I need to work on as a leader, I guess is kind of what I'm trying to say. And sometimes I forget or I don't do a great job of, and my excuse or my thought here is that we are working on expanding. We are working on growing, and when we do that, some things get missed, and that's some things that I've mentioned this before on the podcast, but the ball gets dropped somewhere. Something was miscommunicated, wasn't properly communicated, something just, didn't click properly, or we just completely forgot about this, right? So with the restaurant, I know that I haven't had as much time to devote to our other businesses, our gym, Priority Fitness, and we have an amazing team in place at both of those organizations, and that's what allows us to do something different like the bar and restaurant. But again, as a leader, I still need to I need to do a better job on when these growth and expansion opportunities happen, that I'm still connecting properly with the people in place that are running these amazing locations, these amazing businesses, right? Sometimes it's easy to assume that everything's okay. Sometimes it's okay sometimes it happens where we just are going through the motions. We think everything's okay. We haven't really maybe communicated with the people we need to. And this goes to your personal life as well. Maybe your family or friends you haven't talked to in a while. You're just going through the motions, you're doing things, and sometimes you drop the ball and sometimes you forget. And so again, me as a leader this week, this week that I'm recording, you're listening to this on Tuesday, but there are some things that we will miss. And so reflecting on me as a leader, I believe that I do things well. I believe that I show appreciation. I care about my team, right? I believe that. But sometimes just being open-minded and willing to listen to others and hear what they have to say, it really gives you an opportunity to, again, reflect on yourself. And I think that's an important tool to do in all aspects of your life. Be willing to be open-minded. Try to take the emotion out of it. Think logically. That's also something that we can all work on. But I just want to bring forward that it's important to be able to self-reflect and take criticism well and be willing to understand where other people are coming from. If I have an issue with anybody, I do my best to try to talk about it right away. When I first started in business, with my best friends, Kyle, Nolan, oftentimes we'd get very angry at each other. We wouldn't know how to communicate, and we just wouldn't. And we would bottle that up, and it would be worse. Nowadays, I feel like as time has gone on and we've grown and matured, I do a little bit better job of, if there's an issue, I talk about it right away. So my message for you is be willing to be criticized, be willing to be open-minded, be willing to let people tell you what they think and what they've got going on and what's going on with them. And also, if you are in a position where you are coming to somebody and telling them what's going on and what's happening and things that are making you unhappy about the relationship or situation, make sure you curate that message in the proper way. Again, if you have time where you can separate the emotion from logic, because usually when something happens, we get emotional right away, we get upset right away, and like I do this all the time, right, where something happens, I get pissed. Again, I type my message out, and I don't press send. But even me typing that message out allowed me to kind of get my immediate anger out. And then most of the time I do a good job of like, okay, I don't need to send this. I delete it. And I don't even realize I'm doing that. That's just something that I do. So if you can separate the emotion from logic, think about this message that you're trying to put together for the individual that you want to talk to and make a better situation for, the both of you or whatever. And just think about how that message is coming off. Like, how are you communicating? And this is such a powerful thing, because if I communicate with you and I just come at you and say how bad or how awful or this or that, it can be taken right or it can be taken wrong depending on who you're talking to, right? Like, I'm not here to, as a leader, I want to listen. I want to make sure that I am being the right leader for you. I want to make sure that I'm communicating properly with you. And so again, when I'm being criticized, I do my best to just take it all in and take notes and understand where I'm missing and what I can be doing better. So on that note, I would like to mention with this podcast, my goal is to really find my voice and find how to curate messages and put them together and give back some value. And with that, it's a work in progress. It's something that I'm learning how to do. So what I've realized this week in particular is, as we grow and expand, there's areas we miss, there's areas we drop, and that is not my intention. I care about my team greatly. I care about everybody on my team. There's nobody that I wouldn't do what I needed to do to make sure that they're happy. Like, I don't want anybody on the team that doesn't want to be here. I don't want to force somebody to be here. I don't want to trap anybody here. Like, I want people who want to be here and work for this organization, right, or work with this team. But something I've realized is that I am very involved with each and every business, right? Grizzly Fitness, Priority Fitness, the bar and restaurant. And not everybody knows what's going on within all of the organizations. And so something that I want to do is streamline communications with everybody and make sure that everybody knows what's going on. And I really, from my point of view, I think that everybody on our team is part of the whole vision, the whole team. And I really do enjoy having an amazing team. But sometimes, like, I forget that I'm involved in all of these businesses, but sometimes not everybody else knows what's going on, and they don't feel like it. Maybe they feel like they're out on an island, and we need to do a better job of that, of bringing the entire team together across all the organizations, and I want it to be one. I really like when people feel like they're a part of something bigger, and we need to do a better job in that. So something we're looking at doing is streamlining communication a little bit more, making sure that we're being more transparent, making sure our entire team knows what's going on, what projects are happening, what location we're focused on or whatever. So that way every single person at every single location, whether it's the gym, whether it's the warehouse, whether it's the bar and restaurant, people just know what's going on. Sometimes I get very caught up in only one of the businesses because it is hard to organize your time and your thoughts, and that again is something that I'm working on, being able to focus on one thing or whatever. I try to focus on all of them at once, and that is a difficult task to do. I do feel like with the bar and restaurant, I am very in tune with a lot of our staff right now, and I'm working on being there as much as I can. But when I do that, that means I'm lacking in other areas. And as a leader, I'm trying to understand that, and I'm trying to be better about that. So we need to do better on entire team communication. We need to bring everybody together better. So Gavino and I have just been talking and kind of figuring out how can we communicate with the team more often, how can we communicate with them better, how can we make sure everybody knows what's going on, what's happening, and again, just kind of you live and you learn and you try to figure out how you can be better and grow from it. And so that's one of the major things that I've been self-reflecting on, again, as a leader. I get caught up in the day-to-day at one location, but then when I'm at other facilities, it maybe looks like I'm not interested or I'm not involved or whatever. So again, being able to give my full attention when it's needed, where it's due, right? And being able to communicate properly more often. And so anyways, I don't need to get too into the weeds on this, but my message for you is self-reflect, understand what you're doing good, understand what you can work on, be willing to be criticized, be open-minded and willing to learn from others and what they need from you, whether it's a personal, again, your spouse, your best friend, family, brother, sister. Be willing to have an open and honest conversation. Be transparent. Be upfront. Don't hold on to things. Don't bottle things up. Like if there's something that needs to be talked about, be available. Be willing to talk to that person. And yeah, so that's kind of my message for you today. This is going to be a short one, but I do appreciate everybody who listens to this podcast. I appreciate everybody on my team. I need to do a better job of showing appreciation for the people on my team. I need to do a better job of communicating. And yeah, my other message that I did have for you guys as well, and I'll keep this brief, but nobody is going to care about you like you care about you. And I forget what situation just popped up the other day, but I was thinking about this, everybody's going to have their own self-interest above your interest, right? Like everybody at the end of the day is going to care more about themselves and do what they need to do to survive, to take care of themselves or whatever, more than them caring about you. And like this is unwork related. This has nothing to do with anything like that. Like I don't know if I don't think I was like watching a movie, but I was watching something or reading I think I was reading the book still with Jim Rohn. And at the end of the day, you need to put yourself first in some sort of capacity. You need to put your health first. You need to protect yourself. If you put all of your eggs in one basket, right, like you have to care about you. And I think of this in a not necessarily a dark way, but again, if this was like a life or death situation, most oftentimes the individual is going to care about their own life before they care about yours, right? Now there's obviously situations where your spouse you're willing to die for, or your family member, like that's not necessarily what I'm trying to say, but you need to care about yourself. I think some people sometimes put too many people in front of their own needs, and that can be a problem. You just need to make sure you're taking care of yourself. Focus on your health, focus on your finances, focus on your day-to-day, and just make sure you've got a routine and a habit for you. Once yourself is taken care of and you're healthy and you're happy and right, you're working on those things, you'll have more headspace and more time, and you'll be more available to help more people with what they need as well. So anyways, I appreciate you guys so much. Thank you guys for listening. Episode 120 in the books. I hope you guys had a wonderful weekend. I hope you guys are off to an amazing week as well. Thank you so much. We'll talk to you soon.